All right, my name is Jessica Still, and today I want to talk about why children should always buckle up. Car crashes are the leading cause of death for children 1 to 13 years old in the United States, according to Save Mo Lives. On average, 1 in 3 children who were fatally impacted were not fastened in. In 2011, 679 children ages 12 and under died in motor vehicle crashes. How many of you have children of your own or young loved ones? And of those, how often would you say they ride in a motor vehicle? One CDC study found that in 1 year, more than 618,000 children ages 0 to 12 rode in vehicles without the use of a child safety seat, booster seat, or seat belt at least some of the time. Here are a list of approaches to take for enforcing safety belt usage. Before taking the car out of park, all persons in the car must be buckled in properly. As the parent or adult in charge, set a good example by buckling in immediately at all times and having a zero tolerance rule when operating the vehicle. Do not give children the opportunity to be unbuckled at any point, including getting more comfortable on trips. Seatbelt usage should never be up for negotiation. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, modeling safe driving practices teach your family that safety is the responsibility of all passengers, including the driver. There are also 3 easy steps to remember when transporting young teens. 1, constantly model seatbelt safety. 2, never give up until they buckle up. And 3, never assume your kids are buckled up. Always ask and remind them daily. Today I will be demonstrating the proper way to fasten a toddler in a car seat. I'll also be talking about having a minimum of 3 different styles of car seats and based off their corresponding age and weight. Did you know that 96% of parents believe their child's safety seats are installed correctly, but up to 84% of child restraints show critical misuses like using the wrong seat for a child's age and weight? A common mismanagement of safety is a loose harness strap on the child or an over-slack safety belt attachment. First, a newborn should always be in a rear-facing seat, either the traditional style bucket seat, which is made to last only through infancy, or the now popular convertible car seat, which can last through toddlerhood. Although both are considered safe, it is still recommended that you advance through a minimum of 3 seats throughout your child's development stages. So now I'm going to demonstrate how to buckle Scouty in. You want to hop up? All right. I wonder if this is going to be safe though. Go ahead. No, probably not. Okay, so first when you load the car seat in, you want to make sure that you have your seat belt, and it's going to go through these side compartments right here, and then come out the other side, and you're going to fasten that in. And you always want to make sure that you pull very tightly on the strap and make sure there's no slack on the car seat straps. And then Scouty, if you want to go ahead and hop in. You want to get in, bud? All right, so the first thing you're going to do is make sure you put their arms through. And you want to make sure that all of the straps are untwisted and not like tangled up in weird directions. And then pull this through. So you're going to take the 2 clasps right here, and you want to make sure that they're facing the right direction and that there's no twists going on in here. All right, so once you get those buckled in, you're going to pull tightly so that it straps down on their legs. And then you buckle down here. And you feel like all this slack right here. So you're going to pull this in to where only 1 finger can fit underneath the strap. There you go. You don't want two to fit comfortably under there, just one, because you want it to be tight enough for impact. And then you slide that up right in line with the chest and the armpits. And that's how you properly fasten a toddler into a car seat. All right, Scout, you want out? Yeah, you want out? Okay. All right, thanks, guys. The American Academy of Pediatrics urged parents to wait to turn a safety seat from front-facing because children are safest riding in a rear-facing seat until they are at least 24 months old. Car seat research has shown that children up to 2 years old are less likely to be injured or die in a rear-facing car seat than a forward-facing seat. The rear-facing seat spreads the crash force more evenly across the child's body and limits the motion of the head, reducing neck injury. The rear-facing seat acts as a shell of protection for the child. Once your child has surpassed the weight or height limit of their forward-facing safety seat, which is typically between 40 and 65 pounds, they are ready for a booster seat, not just to be buckled into a seatbelt. Keep your child in a harness seat for as long as possible because that offers the most protection. The recommended age for a child to still be fastened in a booster seat is 8 years old, or at least 35 inches tall. Each time your child transitions into a new stage of safety seat, they become more at risk because the level of protection is decreasing with the anatomy of the safety seat. However, it is proven that if your child meets the weight and height requirements of each stage of seat, that they are statistically less likely to incur a life-threatening impact. Children should not ride in the front seat until the age of 13, says Nationally Certified Child Passenger Safety Technicians, CSFTL. The reason being is that children 12 and under face a 50% higher chance of injury and death due to the impact of the airbag. Airbag deployment is designed to protect the composition of an adult body. In a frontal collision, airbags deploy using nitrogen gas at about 200 miles per hour. There is only one way to ensure that you've done the best for your child's safety, and that is to always make sure they are properly fastened in. As a mother, I know what it's like to be rushing to make an appointment and how easy it can be to not follow through with proper safety seat etiquette in the moment, or leaving the responsibility up to the child, who more than likely does not know how to properly fasten themselves in. You must always allow yourself that time to be sure your child is protected from any outside threats. If you do not follow these laws, you may also face serious consequences as being fined or even face jail time for endangering the welfare of a child, which is a felony offense. The lives of these children are in your hands. Don't take that away from them for a mistake that could have easily been prevented. Buckle up, it's the law.